Hello everyone. Today we will discuss what is a friend, that is a friend function and friend class in C++. The idea behind this friend is, suppose if we want to access the private members from one class into another class. In that scenario, the private members are not accessed directly outside the class, and the protected members are only accessed if we have any inheritance in it. Now, for friend function in C++, we have to use a friend keyword, right? Now, for example, if you want a function as a friend, we should write a friend keyword, and we know return type and the function name, and inside that we can define the definition, or you can write your logic. And if you want to make class as a friend, just declare a friend and then which class you want to make a friend, that is the class name. This is what normal syntax. And as I said, it is used to access the private protected member of a class. And now this is very important: friend functions are not a member of any class, because of this we cannot use this scope resolution operator if you want to define the function outside that class, right? Because it is not a member of any class. Now let us take an example. I have a class, let's say Aadhaar class, and there is one more class, bank. Now we have a private members in the Aadhaar class. So what private members can be, like your Aadhaar number, name, date of birth, address, phone number, right? And now in bank there's one more class, and now bank wants to access this private member, right? So then in that case, here I have to make a friend, what, Aadhaar, right? Now the Aadhaar becomes a friend of bank class, and then you can access the private member of Aadhaar class. Now let's take an example in code block how to create this scenario. Create a new project, console application, next C++. We can specify the project title, let's say friend demo. You can select the path where you want to store. Project already exists with the name. I don't want this name. Project friend demo 1. Next, choose all these things, keep by default as it is, say finish, and here it is, the by default main method. Now as we know, we need to create a new class, right? File, say new, the class, and the class name, let's say Aadhaar, right? As I said, you can create a getter setter method also. Please refer my previous video how to create getter and setter. So I don't want any virtual destructor, all the things capital. You can make it small as well. It depends on you. You can add the document. Okay, let's create Aadhaar class. Right, say okay. Now here Aadhaar CPP is created by default. Header file aadhaar.h. Now one more file I want to create, and the file name, class, and the class is, let's say, bank, right? Say finish. Okay, just click OK. Now we have two classes like Aadhaar and bank. This is the by default. Now we are going to modify this program. First of all, we will discuss a friend function, and then I'm going to demonstrate friend class. So now I have created these methods, Like this is a parameterized constructor, account number, person name, date of birth, address, and there are getter methods. And here is the function: friend share Aadhaar details and the Aadhaar reference. The same thing we have to modify in bank. The friend share Aadhaar details. Clear this part? So where the friend function, the same function you have to write in bank as well as in Aadhaar, right? So this where we have declared everything. This Aadhaar.cpp class, bank.cpp class, where we have to actually implement it, right? Now this friend is not a member of any class. It's not a member of Aadhaar or it's not a member of bank. We have just declared here. Okay. Now let's assign this Aadhaar number to a number. Person name equal to person name equal to PNM. I have initialized for a bank as well, and I have initialized for Aadhaar number. Here I have used this string as well, so I have to include the string header file and using namespace in all the files. Now let's try to execute this program. Now whenever I am executing this, now I am getting an error. So that error is Aadhaar has not been declared, right? So Aadhaar, for this class, the Aadhaar is unknown. So we have to include what? The Aadhaar, right? We have to tell this class. There is one more class like Aadhaar class. We have to tell this Aadhaar as well. There is what? Okay, sorry. This for this bank, we have to tell there is one more class, that is a Aadhaar class, right? So let's do that. Now when you execute it, let's check. Yes, now it's running. Only what I have done, I just made is include only what? Aadhaar.h, because this Aadhaar we are using here, right? Now let us implement this share Aadhaar details method. Now where you can implement it? You can implement it in main method. Now it's up to us where to implement it. Again, now in this main method I'm going to use what? The two bank and Aadhaar classes. So all the header files also have to include here, right? So let us include that. So I have included Aadhaar.h and bank.h. I forgot to write the return type of this shared Aadhaar details. Let's complete it. I have made a few changes to this existing class. For friend function, I have to include this Aadhaar bank and Aadhaar as well as bank. Just modify this one. In share detail previously we have used only Aadhaar, right? So now just modify that. I need this Aadhaar as well as bank. If I need a bank, just include this class bank. This is called a forward declaration. And in bank h, again we have to declare the Aadhaar class. There is a class Aadhaar and the same thing. So this is the only change I have done. Okay, now let's go to main class. So here I have declared the object, that is a bank v1, and all the value I have passed here. And the same for, let's say, Aadhaar. This is the Aadhaar number. Let's say this is the dummy number, and the name, date of birth, and the address. And now see here, I'm not calling with any object. I'm not saying v1 dot. I'm not saying a1 dot, right? Because it's not a member of any of this class. So just call this, and where I have defined this share address details, I have defined in bank cpp. Again here, I'm not using this bank scope resolution operator because it is not a member of any class. So don't use that. Just declare a void show share other details, the object and bank B. So now here I am accessing with one method, that is a b dot get bank name, and if you look at here a dot Aadhaar number, which is a private one, and directly we can access it because of the friend a dot Aadhaar number. Then this address is a protected one, right? So the address is protected one. This demo I have given with the method, and this is what with a direct access of variable. So this is how we have used a friend function, right? Now let's look at how to declare a friend class. So this is about only a friend function. I'll just modify this same program. Again, you can go through this. You can pause my video. Just look at what I have modified, what a source code is. Just revise this here. Now I'll modify the same program for declaring friend class. Okay, now what I have done, I have just commented the previous code where this friend share detail was there, right? I have just declared one class and it is in public section friend class bank. Now this other will be the friend of bank class. And what I have done in the bank, again I have commented it, and now I have written a function name like get Aadhaar details, and let's say the this Aadhaar variable get address detail. Now this is a member of which class? The bank class, right? Now there is no friend keyword here, remember this. Now this is the method of this bank. Now in the implementation part also, what I have done, void bank scope resolution operator get Aadhaar details. Previously it was let's share Aadhaar details, right? Now this I have changed that method, get Aadhaar details, and only what? The Aadhaar A. The rest is same thing. Now here we don't need any b dot get name. We can directly access that get bank name, branch name. Only what? Yes, here we need that a dot Aadhaar number, person name. Same thing. I have not modified this the previous code. Just keep as it is. Only few things I have changed. Whereas like get Aadhaar details will be the method of this bank. And in main.cpp, now if you look at, I just commented this previous code, and now this get other details requires what? It's a member of bank, so b1 dot get other details, and what? The address, this variable I have passed to get other details. So that is how, if you make class as a friend, now you can decide which is better or convenient for you guys. You can make a friend as a function, or you can make a class as a friend. So that's it guys, all about friend function and friend class.